on the floor.
Inside 2 minutes to go. Parrish diving into the middle where she's fouled while shooting.
Indiana likes to run this play. Scalia comes off right behind Garden Garzone, who tight curls it. Defense gets lost. Sarah Scalia knocks down a big one. They've run this play a couple of times throughout the game, and on the other end, just give the ball to Cardoso inside and let her go to work. Dawn Staley has said, I've challenged her to be more aggressive. She has shown that no one can stop her. Keep feeding the big girl.
Sydney Parrish, 78% free throw shooter on the season. Her first trip to the line today.
Sid Parrish told us yesterday, I've been thinking a lot about this offseason, the 2-week break in between the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament. She said, I saw a lot of teams posting pictures that they were on vacation. We were back in the gym working our butts off. She said, I've been thinking about that and knowing just how ready we are. I don't think anybody thought that'd be 4 points in South Carolina, but here they are.
Here they are indeed. Pow Pow missed.
Indiana doing a much better job of securing the defensive glass.
Scalia. Lauren McNeil, Cardoso knocked away momentarily, but that gave Holmes a clear path.
How about that? Not by design, but probably the easiest shot Mackenzie Holmes has had all night long.
And with just under 1 minute to go, it's a 2-point game, and the MVP arena erupting.
Not the best angle for that pass. Cardoso on the high side, but the deflection actually took her out of position and got Mackenzie Holmes probably the easiest bucket she's had the entire ball game. And Pam, it's been offensive execution for Indiana. Again, lead the nation in field goal percentage. They've gotten a lot of high percentage looks. They didn't make them in the first quarter. They've been making them in the second half.
Certainly has been a different story. They have hit 58% from the floor in the second half, including 7 of 14 threes, to come back from 22 down.
And again, if you're South Carolina, Camila Cardoso a touch. It doesn't have to be on the front side. You can run an action to get it to her on the backside off of a ball reversal. Indiana continuing to play in the gap. You can move the basketball wherever you want to. She doesn't have to shoot it, but she's got to touch it.
23 seconds on the shot clock. Raven Johnson looking for someone. Yeah, Watkins just broke free. Cardoso back out. Johnson for three. Huge.
How about it? Raven Johnson a year ago was waved off at the three-point line. Big time bucket by Raven Johnson.
5-point advantage. Lauren McNeil over to Holmes, who hits a tough runner. Johnson slows it down now with a 3-point lead and about 5 seconds difference between the two clocks.
Well, Raven Johnson, understanding time and score, slows it down. I mean, this is big time shot. No hesitation whatsoever by Raven Johnson. Now you're Indiana. There's a 4.5-second difference. They're going to continue to foul, but Pow Pow's not the one you want to get the ball. An 86% free throw shooter. There was a time there. There was a little over 5-second difference. I'm not sure Indiana had to foul, right? But you worry about offensive rebounding. They still have fouls to give. They're trying to extend the game.
Parrish's turn to commit a foul. Her fourth. That is team foul number 5. Put South Carolina in the bonus, and Raven Johnson just hit a three, just her 22nd three of the year in this her 34th game.
Got to box out. Got to box out if you're Indiana, because if Raven Johnson doesn't make this shot, you got to secure the rebound.
Not a big one. To get it back to a 2-possession game. Indiana still has 2 timeouts left after this one. Both teams in the bonus. Ashlyn Watkins doing some talking in the huddle. All right, so Indiana has the ball down 4.
I mean, you need a quick score. You got to have a quick score now. The way they've shot the ball and how many options they have off of off-ball screening action. I like off-ball screening action. You can get yourself a quick 2, or you can maybe get yourself a 3. But you got to be talking offense, get a score, then we got to foul right away.
Indiana trying to get back to the Elite 8 for only the 2nd time in its history. And South Carolina back-to-back unbeaten regular seasons. They had it spoiled in the Final Four by Iowa last year, and here they are in the Sweet 16 in a dogfight with Indiana. Moore McNeil inbounds.
You've got timeouts if you have trouble getting the ball inbounds.
Winner gets Oregon State on Sunday. Here we go. Must-score situation for the Hoosiers. Moore McNeil, fouled.
Yep, he put pressure on South Carolina to defend without fouling. Chloe Moore McNeil has been good at getting to the rim. She goes up, and you see just coming over the top, Raven Johnson comes down on the elbow of Chloe Moore McNeil. Chloe Moore McNeil is left-handed. That's still a tough shot to finish if you stay straight up.
McNeil's first trip to the line this afternoon. One out of 2. Down to a 3-point advantage with just over 16 seconds left to go. Dawn Staley calls a timeout. South Carolina advances the ball into the front court.
Well, you've got to try to get a 5-second call if you're Indiana. Then you got to foul right away if the ball comes in. You don't want the ball to get into Hina Paopau's hands. So you want to make sure that you're denying her the basketball, allow anyone else to get it. You know, Tessa Johnson, if she comes in the ball game, she's an 85% free throw shooter. So if you have both of those in the ball game, it makes it really difficult. And it looks like she might be coming in the ball game.
Everybody else no better than 69% for South Carolina. I want to remind you that coming up, plenty more basketball. Cameron Brink and Stanford taking on NC State. First of 2 Sweet 16 games coming your way tonight from Portland, Oregon. And meanwhile, boy, Albany, this is off to a tremendous start. Notre Dame just getting nipped by Oregon State in our first game. And now South Carolina holding on here for dear life against Indiana. They were up 14 at the half, led by as many as 22. Foul on the perimeter, and that's Tessa Johnson, who you talked about, the freshman from Minnesota, who's hitting 85% from the floor. Mackenzie Holmes, what a career she has had for Indiana.
Number 5, Tessa Johnson.
And now the true freshman. Johnson goes to the line. Sydney Parrish has just been sent to the Indiana bench. She's got some blood on her leg that will be quickly bandaged. Or at least cleaned off.
They weren't fast enough with the wrap over there.
No.
If there's a miss on this free throw, you have to get the rebound if you're Indiana. They have timeouts.
Nothing but net for the freshman. to get the lead back up to 4. Indiana calls its second to last timeout.
Indiana calls 30 seconds.
Situation where you don't need a 3.
I mean, it's a 2-possession game, so if you have a quick 3, sure, you're going to take it. But again, put some pressure on the defense. Look to attack right away. It's got to be a quick score. You don't have time to run multiple actions once the ball comes in bounds. You can run some multiple actions before it comes in. But the way they've been shooting the 3, if you can get a quick one, yes, take it. If not, you got to get it to the rim.
South Carolina 34-0 on the season. They've had some close calls, not many. Some slow starts. They got off to a great start here today, but it's Indiana that has really come back incredibly here in the second.
They really have. They really have. They've shown resilience, shown toughness. If you're South Carolina, you say no 3s, no fouls. 2s don't hurt us. We've got a timeout. We can advance the basketball. No 3s, no fouls.
Both teams in the bonus. Warren McNeil guarded by Raven Johnson. Running Scalia off a screen. Garzone got it blocked by Watkins. Took a couple of seconds off the clock, but it's still Indiana ball.
What a play by Ashlyn Watkins. My goodness, she covered some ground.
Warren McNeil over to Scalia.
How'd it go?
Cardozo's out on her.
We don't have time for this.
Scalia misses, rebound. Scalia. Watkins grabs it as time expires. And the South Carolina Gamecocks escape with a 79-75 win. They're going to the Elite 8 for the 4th straight time.
Well, certainly, what an outstanding effort by the Indiana Hoosiers to be able to close that gap and make this a ball game. South Carolina, too much Camila Cardozo, and how about multiple players hitting big-time shots in key moments for the Gamecocks.
And Mackenzie Holmes with tears in her eyes, peaking with her career ending today collegiately. And they go down, but they go down fighting to the very